Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and it's that time of the month where we are gonna review my prediction from the start of the season. It is a monthly prediction review, and we're gonna see how the teams are doing. We have done this for the last couple of months. At the end of August we did it, and the end of September we did it, and now at the end of October we are gonna do it, and we're gonna see how the teams are progressing month by month, and how they are doing, and how they are changing their positions. So let's go ahead and start. It is the Bundesliga we are gonna concentrate in this video. So let's start. The first team we are going to talk about at the 18th position. I went for St. Pauli at the start of the season. I thought they were gonna finish 16th. They are currently 16th in the league. They are playing a really good football. They have had a good turn around at the start of the season. At the end of August they were 18th. Last month they were 15th. They are now 16th. So it is a bit a 1 point drop from last month, but I still think they are doing a bit better as compared to my prediction. So the thing for me is that I need to get as less points as possible. So the less points I get is better for me. It means that my predictions have been quite good. So they are 16th at the moment. They are doing a lot better. They played 3 games in the month of October. They won once, they drew one, and they lost once as well. So it has been a good month for St. Pauli, and they are 16th, 2 points for me. The next team is Holstein. I went with them at 17th. Their start of the season was a bit better because at the end of August they were 16th, but they dropped down to 17th at the end of September, and now they are still 17th. So I don't get any points for them. There's exact where I predicted them to finish. So it is a good prediction for me. It has been a really bad season for Holstein Kiel. They have not won a single game till now. They played 3 games in the month of October. They lost twice and they drew just once. So it is looking really bad for them. And as you can see with the prediction, with the how they are progressing month by month, it is going downward. They are not improving. They are stagnant, and nothing is happening for them. And if they really want to stay in the league, they really need to start winning the games. Otherwise it is gonna be exactly like I predicted, and unfortunately for them, they are gonna go straight back down to Bundesliga 2. Number 16, I went with FC Mainz. I thought their squad was not that good as compared to the other teams in the league in that mid-table places. So I thought they were going to struggle a bit. But they have been, and it is showing like that it's not that good. They are currently 13th in the league, so that's just 2 or 3 points again for me. They are doing better than I expected. They were 10th last month at the end of September, so they have dropped down 3 places. They were 12th at the end of August. So you can see like they are floating. They are not consistent in the way that they are playing. The performances have been inconsistent, so that's why their places is going all around the table. They started at the end of August 12th. They moved up to 10th. Now they've dropped back to 13th. They played 3 games in the month of October. They lost once. They drew one, and they won one. So as I said, inconsistency as we speak, and I think it is gonna continue for them, and they might end up being at 16th, where I predicted, but at the moment they are 13th. At number 15th, I went with Bochum. The thing is, they were 16th last season, and they had played the relegation promotion playoff, and they won that to stay in the Bundesliga. And I thought they were going to struggle this season as well, but I just thought they might, do a bit better, and they just somehow finish 15th. But it has been a disastrous season for them. At the end of August, they were 17th. Last month, at the end of September, they were 18th. And the end of October, they are still 18th. And they are getting destroyed by everybody. They have not won a single game. They have lost four of their last games. And in the month of October, they lost all 3 games. And they got destroyed by Bayern Munich over the weekend 5-0. So it is looking really, really bad. If you are a Bochum fan, I sympathize with you, because your team is not playing really good. And if this continues, and I think it is early days, but the way that things are going, I really don't see them coming out of that relegation zone. I think it will be a very, very hard season. There are still a lot of games to go. 8 games have been played. There's still 36 games have to there are 36 games. 8 games have been played. 28 games still to play. So a lot of games still left. Bochum need to do something, but they need to do something very quickly, because it is looking really, really bad at the moment. Now, number 14th, I went with Wolfsburg, and currently they are 14. Like, they are one of the teams that have not. They started the season really good, and then afterward, it has been a downward trajectory by them. I don't get any points, because it is the exact position where I predicted them to finish. At the end of August, they were 7th. It looked really good for them. At the end of September, they were 12th, and now they have dropped down to 14th. So they are consistently dropping down, and they are not really doing well. Their performances have not been that good. I said they were going to struggle this season, and as it comes out, they are really struggling, and they are just 2 points above from that relegation promotion playoff. So with the way that they are going, maybe next month they might be in that relegation zone. But the Wolfsburg fans would hope that it doesn't happen. So they need, if they really don't want to be there, they really need to start winning their games, because at the moment it is not looking good for them. The next team, I think this is going to be one team where I have messed up completely. It is a Union Berlin. I went with a 13. I put them at a 13, but they have been playing really, really good, and they have been consistently been in those top places. They are currently at 4th. They were 6th at the end of September. They were 5th at the end of August. So they are consistently in that area, trying to get those into those Champions League places, trying to get to stay in that European places. Their performances have been really, really good. I just thought that this year might not be as good as the other years have been. I just thought it was going to be a transitional year, and next year was where I thought they were going to go ahead and have this type of a season, but I was completely wrong, and they are doing really, really good. I get 9 points because of them. This is like the highest I have gotten up until till now, and I think in the entire video none of the other of my predictions have been that bad. I'll be very happy if anything or if I get points less than 5, but over than 5 it is a disaster, and getting 9 points, it's a big deal. It's a really a bad prediction from me, and I think of all the teams in the Bundesliga that I have predicted, I think they are going to be the one team that have been really, really bad for me. The next team is Werder Bremen. I put them at 12th, but they are a team that are really, month by month they are improving. They started the season at the end of August, they were 13th. At the end of September, they were 11th, and now this month they are 9th. They are consistently getting up the table. They are having good games. They are getting those points that they need. They are trying to, sort of become the dark horse that try to get into those European places. I don't think that is going to happen, but at the end, at the moment, they are doing really good, and they would hope that they can stay in that top 10 and have a top 10 finisher. So it is not looking really good. There are 3 points again by me, by me again. I predicted them to be I predicted them to finish at 12th. They are currently 9, so 3 points again for me. At number 11, I went with Borussia Mönchengladbach at the start of the season. At the end of August, they were 6th. They started the season really good, but at the end of September, they dropped down to 14th. Now they have climbed back to 11th at the exact position where I predicted them to finish, so I don't get any points out of that as well. They had a mixed month of October. They won once, they lost once, they drew once. Most of the mid-table teams had this type of performances, and that is why the teams kept on shuffling. But for me, it was a really good thing that Mönchengladbach are back at 11th. I don't get any points added to my list, so a great prediction for me for this month. Number 10, I went with Heidenheim. I mean, and I thought it was a really good prediction from my side, the way that the business that they did as compared to the other teams, and they were not in any European competition. I thought this was a really good prediction for me to make. They started the season really good. At the end of August, they were the number 1 team in the country. At the end of September, they had dropped down to 9th. At the end of October, now they are 10th. It's exactly where I put them. So it's another 0 pointer for me, another great prediction. So I'm really happy. This month has been turning it's turning out to be really good for me in terms of the prediction that I made. So another good prediction. They are 10th as the same that others. It has been a mixed month for them, and they would hope that it gets better in November, but at the moment they are 10th. At number 9, I went with Hoffenheim. I thought their score was a bit better than Heidenheim, and I thought they were gonna finish in that top 10. But unfortunately for them, they have not been able to do that. They have been good in Europa League, but in the league they have not been that good. They start at the end of August. They were at 11th. They dropped down to 14th at the end of September, and they have dropped down to 15th at the end of October. But I would say that October has been good for them. They have not lost a single game. They played 3, they won once, and they drew twice. So I think that is a better as compared to what happened to them in September. I think this is a better result for them, a better month for them, and they would hope that they can continue on this momentum and try to get the wins and try to move up the table and get away from that relegation zone, because at the moment they are really struggling with that. At number 10, number 8, sorry, I went with Freiburg. They started the season not that good. They were 10th at the end of October, but after that they have been a really good form. At the end of September they were 4th, and now at the end of October they are 5th. They played 3 games, they won twice, and they just closed their on the weekend to Leipzig, and it was a really good game of football. So they are doing really good. They are exceeding expectation, and they would hope that they can continue that. They are trying to get to in that Champions League places, and at the moment they are doing really good, and they would hope that they don't, they what I predicted them, where I predicted them to finish, it doesn't come true, and they can do better than that. 3 points again for me because they are 5th, and I predicted them to finish 8th. Number 7, I went with Augsburg. I thought they had a good enough squad. They did really good transfer business in my opinion, and I thought this was going to be the season where they might go ahead and try to get those in European places. But their season has not really gone the way that I expected it to be. They started really bad. They were 15th at the end of August. They were 13th at the end of September, but now they are at 12th at the end of October. So they are slowly, turning a corner. They are trying to, they're climbing the table. They won 2 out of the 3 times in the Bundesliga this month in October. They lost just once. So it is, as I said, they are trying to turn back, and they would hope that they can continue this momentum, and they can win another game, so they can get back into that top 10 and maybe have an outside chance of getting into those European places. But at the moment they would be really happy that they are 12th, and they have gotten away from that relegation scrap that they were getting sucked into. Number 6, I went with Frankfurt, and I'll be very honest, they have been a really good season. They have been one of the best teams of the season until now. The start was not that good. They finished October at 8th. At the end of September they were 3rd. In the end of October now they are 6th at the exact place where I thought they were gonna be. So another 0 point for me. It has been, as I keep on saying, this month has slowly establishing where the teams are gonna be. This might be very close to where we end up at the end of Bundesliga, but at the moment it is looking really good. They would hope that they can go past ahead. They can get into those Champions League places, and they're not stuck in that number 6 position. They had a couple of rough results in this month, but I think they have the team, the capability to get back and start getting the points that they need to get back into the Champions League. But currently they are 6th. Number 5th, I went with Stuttgart. They have been quite inconsistent, if I'm being very honest with you, but they are they've turned around the corner as well. They started the season at the end of August. They were 14th. At the end of September they were 8th, and now at the end of October they are 8th as well. They played 3 games this month, win 1, lose 1, and draw 1. So as I said, they are quite inconsistent, but because the other teams around them are quite inconsistent, they are still 8th. Another 3 points for me because they are 3 points behind where I expected them to be, but they are doing good. I would say they would hope that they can do better than that, but currently they are 8th, and I think it is a stable position for them. They are at the same position where they were a month ago. So I think if not good, it is not bad for them as well. So I think they should be happy with that. Number 4, I went with RB Leipzig. They have been amazing this season. They are undefeated until now. At the end of August they were 3rd. At the end of September they were 2nd, and they are still 2nd in the end of October. They are on level on points with Bayern Munich, who are at top. They have not lost a single game till now. They are on a currently 4-game winning streak, so it is looking really good for Leipzig. They would hope that at the end of next month they are the number 1 team. Currently they are 2nd, and it is looking really good, and I don't think they are going to drop down out of the top 4, and they would hope they can get better than that. At the moment doing really good. I get 2 points because, as I said, I predicted them to finish 4th. They are 2, so 2 points gained for me. Number 3rd, I went with Bayern Munich. They are the number 1 team at the moment, so it is almost close as I expected them to be. At the end of August they were 3rd. At the end of September they were 1st, and they are still 1st, so 2 points gained for me. They are also undefeated in the league. They have won 3 of their last 5 games. In the month of October they won twice. They destroyed Bochum over the weekend, so it's looking really good for them. And of course they would hope that they can carry on this, and they can stay at the top of the table and not go down any places there, and they win the Bundesliga yet again. At number 2, I went with Borussia Dortmund. They have not really performed to the level that I expected them to be. At the end of August they were 4th, which was still okayish, but at the end of September they were 7th. Now at the end of October they are still 7th, and they are not really playing really good football, if I'm being very honest with you, and they're losing the games that they should be winning. They lost twice in this month. They played 3 games and they lost 2 of them. They lost to Augsburg, so that is like over the weekend, so that was supposed to be the game that they should have won, but at the moment they are really struggling. They are like 7 points behind the top 2 teams, and even game, with the margins being so, so small, with every team fighting tooth and nail for every single point. I think they really need to do something quickly, otherwise they are not gonna be able to win the title or even get into the Champions League. I get 5 points because of them, because I thought they were gonna be the runners up, but they are currently at 7th. And the last team at number 1, I went with Leverkusen. I thought they were going to be the team that retained their title, but unfortunately, they started the season really bad. They are currently 3rd. They were 8th at the end of August. They moved up to 5th at the end of September, and now they are 3rd. So they are right in the thick of it, if I'm being very honest with you. They played 3 games in the month of October, but they drew 2 out of them. They won just once. They drew over the weekend against Werder Bremen as well, a game which I thought they should have won, but they did not. They are 5 points behind the other 2. I think they're still going to be in the title, but currently they are 3rd, so I get another 2 points. And with that, my prediction review for the month of October is done. And if my calculations are correct, I think I have made 49 points this month, which is really good. I have consistently said if I'm in that area, it is going to be really good. I think I got 4 or 5 of them at the exact position currently. I think this is where this is going to be almost similar to where we end up. There might be a couple of changes, but at the moment I think that the table has sort of been set up. We already know the teams who are going to fight for relegation, the teams fighting for the European places, and the title are set as well, and the mid-table teams are set as well. So I think it is going to look similar to like that. At the end of August, I got 67 points. At the end of September, I got 62 points, but now I've got 49 points. So that's a big improvement for me. Anything less than 50, it would be really happy. So I'm really happy with this performance, and I hope it continues and I can get my predictions become even better than that at the end of November. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of my prediction, what you guys think, how your teams are doing month by month. Are they doing better? Are they flopping? Let me know in the comment section below. And where do you think they are going to be at the end of October? Let me know everything in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.